Hey guys, it's John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at some of my favorite guitar amp plugin suites by ML Sound Lab. The guys from ML Sound Lab asked me to check out their plugins, and then I selected 4 of my favorite ones that sounded awesome to me. And in this video we're going to check those 4 out and take a quick listen to how each of them sounds, so I hope you guys will enjoy this. Keep in mind that I'm not featuring the recently released Fluff 2C plugin, which is an awesome plugin by the way, because I recently did a video on that, which you can check out up here or down here if you're interested. For this video, I just want to focus on a couple of plugins that I've not featured on the channel before. So let's start with a plugin that is based on one of my all-time favorite guitar tube amplifiers, the Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier. Now, of course, I'm talking about the Amped Dual plugin. It's based on the same kind of rectifier that I personally own, which is the 3-channel non-multi-watt version. And that's just an awesome sounding rectifier. It sounds raw, it sounds huge, it sounds untamed and unpolished. I just love that amplifier. No other amp sounds quite like it, to be honest. Now what's cool about this plugin is that it does have all the modes available that are on the real amplifier. So it has the green channel with the 2 modes, orange channel with the 3 modes, and the red channel with the 3 modes as well. So it does cover a lot of ground, just as the real amplifier does. Let's do a little rock clip with my ESP LTD Phoenix 1000 Deluxe, the one in the vintage white finish with the Seymour Duncans in it, the SH5 in the bridge to be precise. And I'm going to play it through the orange channel on the modern mode, which is a great sounding mode for your big and chunky rock sound. No pedals engaged or anything like that, just the pure amplifier. And I'm using the mega oversized cabinet with the 57 and the 121 mic, which is a combination that I just like to use almost always, basically. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out right now. Alright, that sounded cool. Raw and filthy, that's for sure. It's got that raw and snarly mid-range and top end with those sort of scoop mids and those fat lows, which is that sonic signature that this amplifier is known for. I'm not sure if it sounds exactly the same as my amplifier, but it surely does that rectifier thing quite well. I like it. Alright, let's move on to the next plugin, another awesome one, the Amped Flagship. Now this plugin is based on a bunch of Friedman amplifiers, and it also covers a lot of ground. There are basically 3 amplifiers in here, and they all have their own modes and channels and stuff, so again, there's a lot of tones in here. It has the Brownie amp with 3 channels, the Nude amp with 2 channels, and the Double J amp with 3 channels, which is what I'll be using here. And that amp is based on the Double J amplifier, the Jerry Cantrell amplifier by Friedman, of course. And I also own the mini version of that, and that's an amplifier that I really like. To sort of try to match that live setup by Jerry Cantrell, we're going to use the lead amp model on the left with the Friedman V30 cabinet. again with the same mic combination as before, so with the 57 and the 121. And then on the right side, we're going to use the dirty amplifier, and this time with the Friedman M25 cabinet, also with the same mic setup, of course. So that will give you a nice and wide, chunky sound with plenty of definition on both sides. I'm going to play some sort of Jerry Cantrell or Alice in Chains tribute riffs on my Gibson Les Paul Custom, just to see how awesome this plugin sounds. Here we go. Cool! That sounded pretty great. It really does remind me of my actual Friedman amplifier, so that's great. Now let's check out the amped CB4 Bassford plugin, which is based on a Diezel VH4 amplifier. A really cool amp that is used by a bunch of famous guitarists like James Hetfield and the guy from Tool and so forth. And for this clip I'm going to use channel 3, which is basically the legendary channel that everybody uses on this amplifier. It has plenty of gain for a nice and chunky rhythm sound. In the cab section I will use the ML Mega OS cabinet with the same mic setup as before, so the 57 and the 121. And for this part I will use my ESP LTD Phoenix Artic metal with the active EMG pickup in it. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out. Awesome, that sounded great. I haven't played the actual amplifier in real life, but I've heard it countless times on records and on stages, and I've heard other people play it, and I do think that this plugin definitely captures the sound of that amplifier. Okay, now let's check out the final plugin in this video, the Amped Burger, which is obviously based on a Bogner Überschall. It's an amplifier that is known for its big and ballsy and raw sound with a great mid-range. And that amplifier definitely has a unique character. The guitarist in my old band used to have one, and it definitely sounded pretty huge. And let's try this amplifier with my ESP LTD EC1000T full thickness Eclipse with EMG 57 and a 66. I'm looking for a very fat, round and chunky and saturated tone here. For the left side, I'm going to use the double Burger lead amplifier, and for the right side, I'm going to use the Burger lead amplifier, just so we get that fat and wide stereo spread. So it's pretty cool that these plugins often give you multiple flavors to choose from. I love that. Okay, let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, that sounded great. Very fat and huge indeed. And that definitely is a theme that carried through the entire video. Fat and huge. I guess I like big and fat guitar tones. Can you blame me? So I hope you enjoyed this video and all the tones that were on display. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on these plugins. And for more information on these products, visit the ML Sound Lab website. That's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons down below, as that really helps the channel out. I'd hugely appreciate that. And you can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also feel free to join our Facebook group, which is the Sonic Drive Studio Guitar Gear Forum, to hang out and chat about gear and all that good stuff. Okay guys, thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers!